Hey, welcome back to the shop. So take a guess what I've been working on this week. That's right, this thing that everybody has seen all over the internet, made out of aluminum. And you know how I am, I'm not buying stuff if I think I can make it. So Atlas is out there joining the party. I took it upon myself to say, can I make one of those things? The way this thing works, let's loosen these guys up a little bit. So the way this works, it's a self-centering jig, and I'll ask you, do you think it's good? Not too shabby. Off here because the wood is junk, but this is a test piece. So the way it works is two parallel rails, crossbars holding it together. When you pivot it this way, it puts it in line every time into the center. Now I will say, it was a little bit of a challenge getting that thing to hit dead center. The first couple of tries, let's see if this one will show you. I got to put the four-wheel drive bag on. If you look closely on that test there, you can see that it is not centered. It's pretty close, but it's not centered. This one is way off. And what I found was, you have to put if you're going to make one of these, you have to put a V-bit in your machine or your router. Drill your center hole for one rail. And then the easiest way I found, put the bolt through your plate. Put the router with the V-bit in there, have a line drawn on your scrap piece. Of course, the line's gone now because I just got rid of it. And then take the plate and turn it until that V-bit hits dead center of your board. And then mark the other rail, drill that hole, and put it on. That's why you see two holes here. I was off, and that's what was messing up my cut. But it's a pretty cool tool. If you want to purchase it, it's all over the internet. I'm not knocking the guy who made it. It's a great tool. His is all aluminum, probably worth every single penny, but I enjoy taking an idea and seeing if I can make it in my shop. What I did was, well, let me grab the phone here and we'll get you moving. So if you look over here, you can see that I made the plate on the CNC. And the reason for that was, I know with that CNC, if I say to it, off of center, I want a spacing of 5 inches for those two holes, I know that I have exactly 5 inches on those two. Now, if you look close at this, you might be able to see what happened. I got wrong information on the interweb Googler, and my hole alignment for the mounting plate was incorrect. So that was not good. But the rest of it seems to be working out okay. So if you want to make one of these things, or if you want to know the plate dimensions and all of that stuff, just send it to me in the comments below, and maybe I can email it to you and try to help you out somehow. But what else has been going on? Well, we've got some trim on this thing here. I'm hoping you can see it. It's all trimmed out and painted. We got to put the door on it next. That'll be the next thing, the door. Trying to think about what I want to do for the next video for the Onefinity over there, what kind of a tutorial I want to do. I'm leaning towards a Maker Plus tutorial on the same lines of your the ruler that I did last week. Put that back in the holder so I don't make you dizzy walking around. But with Maker Plus, I think I mentioned it in the previous talk, you can take a project of any size, 4 foot by 8 foot, 8 foot by 8 foot, and Maker Plus has the capability of breaking it down into whatever size pieces that your machine can handle. So I said last time that I was looking at making that fox that Leighton had sent me. Well, I went back through my archives and all through my emails and messages, and I cannot find that fox. But I will say, I found some Native American headdresses, and with the magic of AI and Chat GPT, I said to the GPT, sent the picture of the Native American headdress in, and I said, insert a fox's head into this picture, make it in the same style. You know, you have to get the prompt right. One click of a button and boom, it was perfect. It's a perfect fox's head inside of a Native American headdress. It's a really cool graphic. So I'm thinking about cutting that out on the Onefinity, showing you in Maker Plus how you do that. I think it's called paneling. I think I said tiling the last time. That's not right. I believe it's called paneling. So I'll probably go with 1 foot squares of some material, and we'll cut out that thing, and I believe I'll do a V-bit carving with it, cut it out, and put all the pieces together in a, is it a mosaic? Is that what they call it? I don't know. Correct me in the comments. Tell me what the actual thing would be for putting multiple pictures together to create one large picture. No, it's not a puzzle. I'm not thinking of that. So what else can I tell you about the Hinkle shop? What's been going on? Oh. So Carveco is putting on a get-together. They're not calling it a conference, but they're putting on a get-together in Atlanta, Georgia in August. And if you're a Carveco user, or you're thinking about being a Carveco user, or investigating their software and you think you want to dive into it, I would highly recommend going to that show. I'm going to be there. My wife is going to be there. James Dean, I think, is going to be there. I'm pretty sure Hamilton will be there. You know, all of the people that work with Carveco to teach you all how to use the product. So I highly encourage you to go if you're interested in Carveco in any way. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Busy week this week at my real job. We had a statewide tech meeting in Sanford, North Carolina. That was a great time over there. We had all of upper management leadership coming down and, you know, spending time with the 60, 70 of us people in North Carolina. So if they ever watch this, thank you to those folks. But that is about all I have going. Oh, I know what else. Dan is coming over today to deliver some stuff. He goes to a store in Salisbury, North Carolina that is, they call it Where You Been, and it's basically large bins and totes full of Amazon returns and that kind of thing, and they're at an extremely discounted rate. He goes over there and he finds things that he thinks I might use in my shop, and he picks them up for me. So he's coming over today to bring me those items that he found, and I'm going to present him with that plaque that I made him. So I'm going to put that plaque up here somewhere where y'all can take a look at it. As I said a week or two ago, once I give it to him, I'll show it. So by the time you get this, or I upload this video to the interweb, to the old YouTubes, he'll have that in his hands so that I can finally show y'all really cool how it came out. I guess I can tell you because he'll have it in his hands, but we did the front side of it with, I think it was 3 pours of epoxy. I laid out all of the gold, silver, and bronze medals, his name tag, and all of that stuff. We laid it all out. Then I cut out the frame out of, I think it was pine, and stained it the color that you see in the picture there. And then to make it even more fancy, I went and bought some blue LEDs, and I laced them all the way around the backside. I made it so that the back of the frame would sit off of the wall proud to create a shadow. And then instead of shadow, you get a blue light effect. And of course, we know that the police force, the blue line and all of that. So that's why I went with blue, and made it so that the on-off control, the battery compartment thing, is on the bottom right-hand side, where you can grab it and just slide it out enough to hit the switch, and then push it back in, so you won't see that when it's sitting on the wall, whether the lights are on or the lights are not on. So really, really proud of that one. I really support the police force, the fire departments, the emergency personnel that are out there, especially the military. I'm a huge supporter of our military. I've got several family members that are in the military, so hats off to all of y'all. Thank you for all you do. So I really hope Dan gets a kick out of this one, because I know he didn't know I was going to do the lights and the whole thing around the back side of it. But that's all I've got for everybody this week. If anybody has any ideas on what they would like to see on the Onefinity, let me know. I had one viewer say he'd like to see maybe just a simple V-carve. I'm not sure if he means like a sign V-carve or like raised letter V-carve, or what he's looking for. If you see this, be a little more specific in your comment below, and I'll try to accommodate and make that for you. I don't have a problem with putting out videos on how to use Carveco or your CNC and how to make things. So with that, Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support of the channel. Like, share, and subscribe, and all of that. And there's one of my technicians. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.